It is finally here, our newest addition to the Air Zoo, the A-10 Thunderbolt 2, number 800258. It arrived to the Air Zoo on the back of 2 flatbed trucks after making the journey from Selfridge Air National Guard Base near Detroit. In the prior months and days, our restoration volunteers had been removing parts of this aircraft in preparation for the big move. You might have spotted the vertical stabilizers on display in our Flight Innovation Center. The day before the move, our team assisted with the removal of the A-10's wings before it made the journey to its new home here in Kalamazoo. Once it arrived, it quickly attracted a crowd, with staff, volunteers, media, and guests coming out to take a sneak peek. In its disassembled state, people were able to get a glimpse at many parts of the aircraft usually left unseen. After everybody got a good look, we moved the aircraft onto our ramp, ready for reassembly the next day. Our A-10 team was up and ready to go early in the morning. And it was a hard hat and high-vis vest type of day, as safety was priority number one. I talked with Chuck, our assistant restoration manager, who'd help lead this project.
So Chuck, can you just tell us quickly what's going on today? What's the plan today?
So the plan today is to get the fuselage off the truck, get it on jack stands, and then roll the wing underneath and try and get the wing back on. So we just basically have 4 big bolts about yay big around to deal with. We can get everything lined up. The trailer, the wing sitting on over there is a really neat piece of work. It articulates, it rotates, you can angle it, you can do all kinds of stuff with it. So hopefully we get the wing under there, we can get that lined up right, pump the wing up, put the bolts in, drop the landing gear, and then go ahead and let the jacks down, and it'll be sitting on its own landing gear again.
Fantastic. Are you expecting this to be a pretty straightforward process?
We're hoping. Nothing's ever straightforward when you're dealing with airplanes and doing this kind of stuff, but we got a good crew here, and the disassembly went a whole lot better than we expected to, because that wing hadn't been off in probably 25, 30 years. But made some funny sounds when it came off, but we were successful and we really didn't damage anything, so we're hoping we'll have the same here on the reverse end. But, everything, as long as we can get this on there safe, nobody gets hurt, and we don't damage the airplane, it'll be a successful day.
With everybody briefed, the guys got to work. First, by bringing the fuselage off the truck and onto its jack stands. While every precaution was taken beforehand, it's always a little bit nerve-wracking seeing the airplane being craned into the sky. Luckily, our friends at the Grand Davos Crane Service and Terry's Transportation were overseeing the lift and move, so we were in good hands. With the A-10 securely on its stands, it was time to lower the nose landing gear.
So right now, the gear is up and it's got an up lock that snaps in place or comes in place on a spring. So we have to get weight off the wheels to enable to take all the weight off the up lock, and then somebody can reach in there, they can push the up lock up. It keeps the gear from coming down, and then I'll end up slowly lowering the forklift and we'll let the wheel come down real slow. Same process we use on the main gear. With the brakes on the back, the main wheels are very heavy, and just as a safety precaution we're using a forklift. We probably could get 2 or 3 guys on there and just push up on it, but you got the wheels spinning and people trying to hang on to it. It's just a whole lot safer to do it this way, so more fun.
You might have noticed that the A-10's nose gear is slightly offset. This is so it can fit the massive GAU-8 Avenger autocannon on its centerline.
Yeah, just keep going. Here on out, we don't care.
With the nose gear down, it was time to reattach the A-10's wing. Luckily for us, the wing came with a really handy stand that we could use to move it into place.
you looking for?
I just want to make sure I knew how to release the brake.
Woohoo! Yeah, this right here is what allows the pressure to be released and lower these things to go down. This little lever, you gotta hold it all the way in.
After a lot of adjusting, tweaking, aligning, and readjusting, the team were eventually able to lift the wing into position and install its 4 bolts.
These bolts are the tapered pins that hold the wing to the fuselage. 2 different sizes. We have split bushings here that are matched by serial numbers. And then we have a tapered pin here that we go ahead and we'll press into there. Goes up to about 350 foot-pounds of torque on these. The larger ones go to the back, the smaller ones go to the front, and they are literally the only thing that holds that wing to the plane is these 4 bolts. And they go in, they go in tough and they come out tough, but we'll get them in there.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah, baby.
Told you I'm a hammer mechanic.
Yay. I think you're there.
Yeah,
I think that's seated.
Once the bolts were into place and tightened, it was time to lower the main gear. Just like the front gear, this involved bringing in a forklift to ensure the gear could be lowered safely.
You want to drive forward or just let it roll off? I'll just let it roll like
With the gears lowered, it was then time to bring the aircraft off its jack stands and back onto its own 3 wheels.
The right strut's settling a lot faster than the left.
It doesn't settle on the jack.
No, what I mean as far as the weight, until we put the weight.
She is.
There we go, guys.
You are 3-pointed with the wing. It's on its own weight.
Well done. Good
Good job, John.
Good work.
Another John, we didn't break nothing. That's always a good thing.
Finger count, everybody got 10?
Over the next few days, the team continued to work away on the airplane, installing the vertical and horizontal stabilizers, as well as ballast in the nose. That's to account for the missing Avenger autocannon. But don't worry, the team is already hard at work making a replica. Our restoration team are also looking to manufacture an arsenal of replica bombs, missiles, and sensors to make this A-10 look mission ready. But for the time being, this A-10 will be on our ramp as we make room for it in our Flight Discovery Center. Once inside, we'll be sure to film a proper walk around on this aircraft, including some information about this particular airframe and why it's so important for us here at the Air Zoo. So make sure to follow and subscribe to stay in the loop.